Hey, it's Sean with the Home Team Group here with this week's market report. Yes, I did say the Home Team Group. I mentioned this last week in our market report, but as you all know, we were formerly known as Price and Price Realtors. There was a new rule that was passed apparently that governs how team names can be used, and the trademark term realtors can be used, and apparently we're not allowed to use that in team names anymore. So we had to take that out of our team name. And in doing so, we tried to get Price and Price, and that unfortunately was already taken by another business. So we have revamped our entire look. We are now called the Home Team Group for your home team advantage. It's a little awkward for me to say this right now because I'm so used to saying Price and Price Realtors. But anyway, we are the Home Team Group, and you'll notice we have different logos and everything. The look has changed, but it's still the same team. Everything is still the same. Okay, so this week's market report is a little bit interesting. Things are kind of staying status quo right now, but we're starting to see some changes in activity in the market. So, for example, we have a buyer this last week that was able to get under contract with no competition, right at ask, no bidding wars, and he actually was able to maintain an appraisal inspection or appraisal contingency and so on. And so that one was great. So that's showing where the opportunity for the buyers how that exists right now. Then we have another buyer who went into a property. Condition of this second property was actually, it's a little bit older than the first buyer that I mentioned. It's further out west. It's actually out in Chantilly, and it's a single family home. That buyer is up against 18 other offers. So basically the pulse of the market is it is an opportunity for buyers. Houses are still going at ask, prices are not dropping, but some buyers are able to get in without a lot of competition, and then some buyers are still facing a ton of competition. So these off-market deals that we find are still very, very valuable because you get a chance to get into this deal before without the competition. Okay, so getting back to the market report, that's the pulse of the market. The actual report itself did not change at all this week. Both buyer activity was up by 4% and inventory was up by 4%, which pretty much negated each other. So let's go to the graph and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so you can see here the orange line is the buyer activity, the blue line is inventory, and both were up 4%. So it was a nice little parallel line here, which means that there was no change in the status of the buyer's market versus seller's market. It was pretty much flatlined. So again, we're just kind of staying in this area. How long that's going to last, it's hard telling. We really don't know. Is it going to be another week or two? Is it going to be another month? But right now, there's certainly an opportunity for buyers. We are expecting it to pick back up for within the next couple of weeks is what we're honestly expecting for the fall market. And we've had a really, really strong fall market the last couple of years, so we're expecting that to kind of pick back up. So if you're a buyer, if you're considering buying, really now is the time to try to make that move, because if you're waiting for prices to go down, they're not going to go down. It's just the competition that is fluctuating right now. And right now you can get into most properties with little competition and a better chance at getting closer to ask. That's pretty much it. Next week, after all the market money, or after the numbers are all in for August, I will have the August summary report and compare that to August of last year so that we can see what the status of the market is and kind of get an idea of the bigger trend. All right, I hope all of this makes sense. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. You can call us, you can text us, you can email us. And if you all would do me a huge favor, we're trying to build our YouTube channel and be able to get a custom name. And so we have to get a certain number of subscribers. So if you guys wouldn't mind, click on the subscribe button. I think it's going to be below this video. Subscribe to our channel so that that would just really help us out a lot. All right, everybody have a great day, and we'll see you next week.